Hello everybody and welcome to the Trading Setup channel. My name is Niku and on this channel we explore the world of trading. We dive into various indicators and strategies, and today I'm going to show you a strategy that even a beginner can handle. In fact, I often talk about simple and effective strategies, so make sure you check out some of the other videos as well. Or even better, join my free trading community on Telegram. There you'll definitely find everything you need, and you can even watch me trade in real time. Click the link in the description to join. Now, let's head over to the platform and we'll dive into today's strategy. Okay, so before we start trading, we need to set up our platform. First thing we're going to do is we're going to change our candle period to 30 seconds. And next up, we're going to change our expiration time to 1 minute. Now let's add the indicators we're going to use today. We're going to add 2 moving averages. And I'm just going to edit them so we can see them a little bit better, but it's very important. The first moving average period is 3. The colors and stuff like that does not matter at all. Just make sure you set it to 3, and the next moving average we're going to set to 6. And we're going to change this line width as well, just so we can clearly see the crosses here. Next up, we're going to add a simple RSI. Now I'm going to do some visual changes to this, but it doesn't matter. It won't affect the strategy. It's just going to make me see what I need to do a little bit better. So I'm going to change the colors of the opacity, especially of the overbought and oversold line, because we kind of want to ignore that. And then I'm going to make the middle line a little bit more clear. And let's change this. Okay, so now you can see, maybe let me just make this a little bit thicker as well. Okay, so now we can clearly see when the RSI is above or below the 50 line. Now, why am I doing this? The RSI is a momentum indicator. That means while the RSI is above 50, we have bullish momentum. And while it's below 50, we have bearish momentum. Now, we know that momentum, the more momentum there is on something, the longer it takes to slow down. So what I'm going to do is fairly simple. I'm going to look for areas where I get a crossover of the 2 moving averages, whether it's bullish or bearish. And I'm going to look then, see what side of the, whether the RSI is at that point in time as bearish or bullish momentum. So that means I will be taking, while the RSI is running below, I'll be looking for sell entries only. And while the RSI has bullish momentum, I'm going to be looking for buy entries. We can see that we had a very nice buy opportunity here. We are ignoring the sell opportunity because the RSI is bullish, but when it crossed back up here, we had a buy opportunity because the RSI had bullish momentum. And if we get the crossover back to a bullish crossover while the RSI has bullish momentum, we take a buy. And then when we get a bearish crossover on the moving averages and the RSI has bearish momentum, we take a sell. Now you can experiment with this. You don't have to do a 1 minute. Depends on the market. I also sometimes change my time periods because sometimes the market it takes a while to move. It's not the same every day. So you'll need to check out, keep an eye on conditions, market conditions. Sometimes 2 minute expiries or 3 minute expiries will work a little bit better than the 1 minute. Depends on the market conditions. But now that we've set up our platform and our indicators, we can start flipping through some assets and see if we can pick up some trades. Now that our platform's all set up, we're going to start flipping through some assets and see if we can pick up any trades using this strategy. We do have a bearish crossover that might happen here at the moment, but our RSI is very much bullish at the moment. So a lot of bullish momentum. We're not going to look at this for a sell. Let's just go down the list here. Again, bullish momentum. We've got bullish momentum, but we have a bearish crossover. This is an area where you might have risked a trade. If you took a trade on the close here, you would have had a good time. But let's see if we can find one that is happening. Not valid because we have this crossover or the bearish momentum on the RSI. Excuse me, this looks like we might get a hit up here. Maybe. We do need price to come down now, and for that crossover to happen, We'll give it a few seconds. Now it's pushing too much. It's not going to come down. Let's see if we can find something. Because it's a 30-second chart, we won't take too long to find some nice entries. We'll just flip through a few assets. Sometimes it's going to take a while for you to find an entry. Sometimes it'll come really, really quick. Let's see what happens here. If this closes, we've got a few seconds left for this candle to close. Then we can take a sell on this. Just going to wait and see if it maybe pops up. We need the confirmation on the close of the candle that we do have a bearish crossover. We did. So we can clearly see that this candle here confirmed the crossover for us. Quite often you will have to wait for the candle to close. The reason for this is that your indicator values, and that's for moving averages, RSI, doesn't matter. Most indicators use the closing price as the to calculate the values. So while this candle is open, the closing price keeps changing. Now what happens is sometimes you will see that you'll get a crossover, but the candle is still open, and you'll get a big red candle and the crossover is there, but then that candle pushes up. Before it closes, it pushes up all the way back and makes a big green candle, and then it turns out that crossover did not happen. So it's important to wait for the crossover to actually occur. And this is what, when people say, oh, we're waiting for confirmation, this is what we mean. There we go, good entry. Let's see if we can pick up another one. We have a bullish crossover taking place here, but my RSI is way down, way below the 50 line, so I'm not going to be interested in that. Maybe let's just go back to this quick. If your RSI has been running like this for a while, just skip the asset and don't take trades. You want something that looks like this. Okay, so we want decent bullish momentum or decent bearish momentum. Don't, when it's like this, you'll see that usually the market price will be going sideways. Don't take unnecessary risks. Look for something that's got decent bearish momentum or decent bullish momentum and take those. So I'm going to take a sell on this. We had the crossover confirmed on this candle here. We have very nice bearish momentum all the way, and we're just going to get in and go along with it. We'll just wait for this expiry timer to run out and see what happens with this entry. Don't get excited if the candles push against you. This will happen sometimes. Remember, there's no strategy that's going to give you a 100% win rate. It doesn't exist. What we need to do is make sure we have strategies that's got high win rates. And then when we lose a trade, we don't stress too much because we know there will be winning trades coming after. You will also notice one of the things that I never do is if I lose a trade, I make my trade size bigger for the next one to recover. I never do that. I stick to my money management. And we got a few seconds left. There we go. That was good. I stick to my money management. I don't get excited or start freaking out when I actually lose a trade. I do lose quite a few during the day, but I win a lot more than I lose. So stick to your money management. Don't revenge trade. That's one of the big mistakes that a lot of people make, especially the new guys. They trade too big. Don't trade massive amounts of your capital. Stick to like a few percent, 1 or 2% maybe for newbies. I really recommend, if you're really new to this, do like 1 or 2%. Don't worry about your capital, worry about getting the trading right. And that's the most important thing. If you lose a trade, you lose it. Don't start increasing your trade sizes to recover quickly, stuff like that. Stick to decent money management and you'll be fine, and stick to your strategy. Let's see if we can pick up on 1 or 2 more. This looks like it might be a good one for us. We can see that the RSI has been bullish for quite some time and properly bullish. It did break through here just a little bit, but it's pushing back up. We're just going to wait and see what happens with this. If this comes back down, we'll switch to another asset. If it pushes up, we'll take an entry. So here's one of the examples that I used, that I tried to explain earlier. Right now we do have a bullish crossover. But I also know that if this candle pushes down and ends up here, we will this crossover will pull apart again. So I'm going to wait for this candle to close. We are above the 50 line. We did dip and we broke through. So I'm just going to wait for this candle to close, and then I'm going to take a buy trade in the direction that price is moving. Remember, nothing we do is trying to predict what price will do. It's not, we don't predict, we simply follow something that's happening. And this is showing us that price is moving upwards. So, and the bullish momentum has been maintained. So we just follow what price is doing. It's that simple. Don't predict. You're going to be wrong most of the time if you try and predict what price will do. Simply follow. It's a lot easier to do. Now let's see what happens here. We've got this candle left, 30 seconds on this. Let's see if this pushes up. Just wait until the close for this. Zoom in a little bit. 10 seconds left. Let's see if we make it. And there we go. A very simple strategy, but it's very important that you stick to the rules and that you do wait for confirmation. As I said in the beginning, this is a very simple strategy. But if you want to progress in trading, you'll have to study more complex things. However, it's always worth it to understand the basics. If you still feel that you don't understand technical or fundamental analysis, message me directly. I'll do a short survey and invite you to my private trading community where I conduct training for a small group of people. It's free, but spots are limited. And I'll throw in a small bonus for the first 5 people to message me after this video goes live. Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, may the pips be with you.